Foster's Quarantine Corner.
Good morning, Thorpe Cardinals. Welcome to another episode of Mr. Foster's Quarantine Corner. Today is Friday, May 1st. I have a few announcements that I'd like to share with you. The first is regarding our teacher parade. It's today at 3 p.m. in town. I have some guidelines that I'd like to read to you that will help us to all stay safe. Number 1, if you're at home, please stay on your own property. Don't approach the parade, don't approach the cars, don't go to other people. Stay on your own property. Number 2, if you are watching from a vehicle, please stay inside that vehicle. Number 3, don't throw items into the parade. Number 4, please follow proper social distancing guidelines at all times. If we all follow these rules, then we'll all stay safe and we'll all enjoy the parade. So come out, bring your energy, make sure to wave hi to your teachers, hold signs if you want to, but we should all have a really good time. All right, our second announcement is to the students. Please remember to send in your videos by the end of this weekend, okay? The third and final announcement is don't forget to drive by Mrs. G's house at 308 Wall Street at 6 p.m. tonight. Wish her a very happy retirement. Wave, bring signs, cheer her on. She deserves it. All right, the joke of the day is from Emma M. in 6th grade. She asks, why do we tell actors to break a leg? Because every play has its own cast. Good one, Emma. That was a real knee slapper, and I'm sure that Mrs. Foster, Mrs. Sexton, and Mrs. Noel will all appreciate that theater humor. All right, our fun fact today is from Mrs. Stewart. She says, elephants are the only animal that can't jump. I guess it'd be hard to jump if you were that big too, huh? All right, in our adventures in quarantine, Mrs. Stewart and her sons Thomas, Brady, and Mason were inspired by Mrs. Foster's cupcake designs and decided to create their own cupcake creations. Have a look. All right, on today's episode, Mrs. Denzine is teaching us a little bit more about Chromebooks.
Hi, Thorpe Cardinals. This is Kay and Max. I just wanted to say hi and show you some of the fun projects we're working on. Well, not so fun, actually, but they got to be done. We are working on our lovely Chromebooks. Everybody's got Chromebooks, and sometimes they do not always work. So today I am working on replacing a battery inside of a Chromebook. I'm not going to show you all the steps, but I was just going to kind of show you what the inside of a Chromebook looks like. I don't know if the lighting on this is not so good. I'm going to show this over here. So if you can see the lighting, this is the battery right here that we're going to replace. This right here is the motherboard on the Chromebooks inside. This is like where the Wi-Fi is. These are different ports where you could stick your USBs in. They're over here. We've got the keyboard right here, and that gets hooked up to these little jackets here. There's all kinds of other parts in here. I could go through and describe each one of the parts. Down here is the speakers, the right and left speakers. And those are kind of the main parts that are out here on the Chromebook. So I just thought I'd kind of show you what we've got going on here and let's get you kind of see what the inside of a Chromebook looks like and as we fix them. So we unscrewed the Chromebook and we took the keyboard off, and now Maxwell over here, he's going to be replacing the battery on that so that it works. Right now what he's working on, another thing that we're working on, is sometimes the screens get broken. There's been a couple of broken screens so far over this virtual learning, and so Max is opening up the screen and replacing the screen so that they aren't broken anymore. So that's the kind of fun we're having here during quarantine lockdown. We're fixing Chromebooks and just making it through our days. I hope everybody is taking care. Talk to you later. Bye.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Denzine. I do have a question, though. Are you telling me that I can or cannot use gum to fix the typing keys if they fall off? Get back to me on that one, okay? All right, Mrs. Denzine wants to be sure that you know a few things about your Chromebooks to help keep them all together in one piece, okay? First off, be very careful with your Chromebook in your home. Put it in a safe spot where it will not get stepped on, sat on, or easily dropped. All right, be sure to keep food and drinks away from the Chromebook. I'm assuming that means gum. Be careful with the screens because they can easily be broken if not handled with care. If you are having issues with your Chromebook, do not try fixing it by yourself. All repairs must be handled at the school. If you are having any issues with your Chromebook, you can email your teacher or Mrs. Denzine at kdenzine@thorpe.k12.wi.us. Also, she wants you to know that a copy of the Chromebook handbook is on the school website. Be sure you are following the policy rules stated in the handbook. If your Chromebook is not working properly, you can pick up a replacement in the elementary school office. You will need to call the elementary office to see when someone is available before you go. The Chromebooks will need to be turned in to the school during June 1st through the 5th. And more details will come as far as how to hand in your Chromebook at the end of the year. Thank you so much, Mrs. Denzine. All right, as we end this episode of Mr. Foster's Quarantine Corner, I wanted to share some reflections that I had with all of you. As I was preparing for this episode, I thought about some of our previous episodes and what some of my favorites were. It made me realize that this is the end of 6 weeks of Mr. Foster's Quarantine Corner. It means we've been doing this for 6 whole weeks. This is the 29th episode. That's a lot more episodes than I ever thought I would be making. And I'm sure it's a lot more than you bargained for. And for some of you, it's probably 29 more episodes than you would have liked to have seen. Either way, 6 weeks is a lot of episodes. It also got me thinking about all of you kids, parents, and teachers. There's no way that this would be able to keep going without your kindness and your selfless service. I've received tons of jokes, pictures, videos, stories, and all sorts of material from you guys because you all love each other and you want to stay connected to each other. We're trying to stay connected as a community, and whenever you guys share those personal stories or those highlights or your projects, it's one more way that we can feel close to you. So thank you all for keeping Mr. Foster's Quarantine Corner alive. And I hope that you continue to send in your things and think about those around you and how you can brighten their day and how you can bring a little bit of sunshine to their lives, even as we're stuck at home. All right? So that does it for today's episode, Cardinals. Please remember to stay safe, stay sanitized, and stay smart.
Mr. Foster's Quarantine Corner.